Doris, you were a gifted passer, a conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ann are the one of the two. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3.
He will be unguardable if he starts making shots consistently from this distance. Turn the lights out.
Now here's Conley. Reed for 3. Mobley grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Outside McDaniels. Fires for 3. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Just 4 to shoot. There's the 3. Okoro, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Beyond the arc. And the layup is good.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. Outside Mitchell. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Donovan Mitchell will answer with his own 3. This guy has got a ton of pride and competitiveness.
McDaniels from long range. Mobley grabs the board. Cleveland has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Allen, left side. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Here's Edwards. Here he goes. Good. Edwards has got 7 points in the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
2 minutes remaining.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Outside McDaniels. From outside the arc. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. The Cavaliers shooting right around 57%. Very efficient so far in the first. And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, BA? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
The Cavaliers leading. To the inside, Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, my goodness, the size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
Conley passes to Randle. Kept alive by Minnesota. McDaniels from long range. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
McDaniels against Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on McDaniels. Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
Oh, my goodness. Throw it down, Donovan Mitchell, just exploding off the floor.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Conley on the attack. Good work there as it goes.
Well, there's a certain level of quickness you've got to contend with. Mike Conley off the dribble drive.
Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. And here's Okoro. He's scoreless. Back to Mobley. Pass to Hunter. 5 to shoot. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Outside Edwards. Three-pointer, no good. Oh, and Reed with a block. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 8-point. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Knocks down the triple.
The unselfish play by Anthony Edwards' teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Pass to Okoro from deep. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. Timberwolves trail by 5. Randall inside. Mobley's on him. Randall can't hit.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Doris, back in January 2023, Donovan Mitchell became the 5th player to ever score 71 in a game.
Think about this, Brian. Just Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, and David Robinson had done it before Donovan Mitchell. Incredible company he keeps.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. It's Edwards on the wing. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
The 3 from Mitchell. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. DiVincenzo with it, and it's Hunter picking him up. Here's Reed, outside Edwards, and that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him, and Minnesota making a change here. Miller's checked in.
Number 33, Leonard Miller.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Edwards against Hunter, just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. Hunter finds Mobley. Launches a 3. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Boy, everyone seems to want a 3-point shot now. Clearly something Evan Mobley is working towards.
DiVincenzo, pass to Miller. Edwards for 3. A rebound by Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Edwards against Allen. Offline with a 3. Timberwolves trail by 5. Miller on the wing, covered by Mobley. Here's Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Cleveland has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Allen with a screen on DiVincenzo. 3-ball, Donovan Mitchell.
Well, it's all about decision-making in the pick and roll, and Donovan Mitchell making all the right choices.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. Outside, Alexander Walker. 4-3. Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. Takes a 3. Sinks the tray. DiVincenzo's got 9.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And there's the screen. And it's Garland on the drive. Outside Strus. Pass to Jerome. Shot clock at 5. Garland with the ball. Jacks up a 3. He's off on that one.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Alexander Walker. It's a tie game in Cleveland. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
31.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Miller, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Rudy Gobert, and it's Shannon in at the small forward. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
On the wing, Strus. Back to Garland. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Jerome, that's good. Jerome's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
We have seen from Darius Garland, he has a real talent for making his teammates look good. Pretty pass there.
Cleveland has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Doris, so much improvement from Garland since coming into the league.
Oh, no doubt, Brian. This guy is now a do-it-all guard. You can play him at both the 1 and the 2 positions. The versatility that he possesses is such an important aspect in the league today.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. McDaniels checked in. And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title.
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
They get the rebound. Pass to Garland. Another shot. And it's good on the lay-in. Garland's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Here's Miller. Gobert with it. Outside, DiVincenzo. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity to three-point play. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. This is his second trip to the line in the game. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Mike Conley's checked in for Minnesota. Cleveland leading by 4. And it's Garland on the drive. And here's Thompson for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Cavaliers.
Simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Randall, he's checked in for Miller. And there's a pick. Into the lane. Jerome. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Jerome's got 5 points.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
The shot by Conley, no good. And here comes Cleveland. They're on an 11-3 run. Garland, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Randall, the pass to Alexander Walker. Book it, and it's Randall with the assist. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Garland, covered by Alexander Walker. Launches it from deep. Garland, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And that one's good. And now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
You have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Now here's Garland. He's closely guarded. Here's Jerome. Outside Strus. With some arc. And Conley grabs the miss. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter for the lead. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
This guy has got such a smooth handle that the pull-up game is always in play.
Garland looking around. Thompson finds Garland from deep three-point land. He can't get it to go.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line. I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Thompson passes to Wade. Back to Thompson. Here's Jerome. Outside Garland. Oh, got a piece of it. Now here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Garland. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And the second free throw is good. And he can't make it 3 for 3. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now, by and large? And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket. He knew what to do with it once it was there.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Ty Jerome is out there with Isaac Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Conley passes to Reed. Back to Conley. Down low. Reed finds Edwards. And a miss there on the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Takes the 3. Kept alive by Minnesota. McDaniels passes to Randall. 6 to shoot. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And Minnesota making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, BA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the 3-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Cavaliers. DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. Reed against Mitchell. Got a piece of it. Allen with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Here's Randall. The kick out to Edwards. From downtown, the Cavaliers pull it in. Mobley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Mitchell. The 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Edwards. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Randall, the pass to Edwards. From deep. Offensive rebound. And it's Randall with the jam.
Well, this is where the tremendous motor that Randall plays with helps him get rebounds.
Here's Hunter. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
McDaniels banked it in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Evan Mobley understanding he's got a rhythm, and he just keeps attacking. The answer is not yet there for this defense.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Randall deciding where to go with it. It's McDaniels on the wing. Randall against Mobley. Here's McDaniels. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Cavaliers trail by 9. Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. Yep, that one goes.
Hunter.
1:36 left in the final quarter. To the left side wing. Randall finds McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And Edwards slams it in.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
Okoro, no good. Minnesota leading by 9. Left side, Edwards. From the line. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Edwards has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Timberwolves.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked. He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. Reed for three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Edwards for three. Mobley grabs the board. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 14-point game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Allen on the wing. A shot to stop the run. And another shot. The kick to Hunter. Three-pointer. Buries it from three.
And Donovan Mitchell on time and on target. Pretty pass.
12 seconds left to play in the fourth. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here.
The end of the game.
Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to...
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForge.
starting five. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Smith, and it's Green, and it's Brooks in at the 2 spot. And for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. When it comes to teams that like pushing the break, Richard, look no further than these 2 teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Mitchell passes to Okoro. Launches a 3. Rockets with the rebound. Green with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Pass to Allen. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Green against Mobley. Green, the pass to Eason. And here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Okay, Spider's showing his range way back there.
Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
Now, here's Mobley. Five to shoot. Smith with the defensive effort.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
From deep, Green. Rebound by Mitchell. Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. A nice shot by Okoro.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Now here's Green. Brooks with no one around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hunter kicks to Allen. It's stolen by Green. Mitchell against Brooks. Out to Smith.
2 minutes.
Fires for 3. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Just such a smooth stroke there for Smith. But 10 years ago, maybe it was KD and Dirk, but we never saw a guy that height with a stroke like that.
Now here's Allen. For 3, Mitchell. Rebound by Smith.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Eason. Out to Brooks. Back to Eason. Stolen by Okoro. Mitchell outside. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now Allen, following the miss by Jabari Smith from deep. It's stolen by Eason. It's tipped. Thompson outside. To the inside. Brooks. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Pass to Mobley. There's the triple. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson outside. Thompson throws it down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Here's Hunter. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Green in the post.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Rockets shoot their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Both free throws good from Green. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Rockets lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Jabari Smith is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Green, then it's Brooks, and it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. Pass to Green. Back to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Green deciding where to go with it. Unable to get that one. Hunter on the wing. Brooks covering. Hunter the pass to Okoro. Cranes the three-pointer. Okoro's got 6.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
Here's Eason. Oh, good on the triple. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. That ties it up. Mobley's got his second basket.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Stolen by Allen. Here's the break. Mitchell in the corner. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And Thompson sends it back.
A pure 5. Jared Allen isn't trying to shoot a bunch of threes. He bangs down low. He rebounds, protects the paint. He is a rare breed.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screening. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Smith with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. And some nice passing there by Houston. A deep 3 from Green. Out to Smith. Pass to Thompson. Will it go? And it's good on the way in. Thompson's got it all tied up now for Houston.
But it helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
The drive by Mitchell. Brooks grabs the board. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Eason, a screen on Hunter. In the corner, it's Eason. For 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
And that one's good. Green.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
I'd like to know what he was thinking. Did he think? Nah, he couldn't have thought that was a good shot. That was an awful shot.
It's good. 10 points from Amen Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Allen at the screen for Mitchell. Allen outside. Three-pointer on the way. Again, Allen missing. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Outside, Green. Brooks setting a pick for Green. Pass to Eason. Clock at 4. Shoots over Mobley. Shot by Eason. No good. And here we go. Fast break. Mobley's got it. And here is Allen. He's covered by Eason. Allen, a screen on Smith. Back to Allen. Allen with another miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Smith sets the pick for Brooks. Out to Smith. Here's the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Smith's got the lead up to 6 now for Houston.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted area seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
We've got Thompson. Max Strus is out there with Wade. Then there's Garland. And it's Jerome in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And it's Whitmore missing. The Cavaliers trail by 3. G.A., you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
It's so deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Here's Tate. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 5.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Wade finds Garland. Wade, a screen on Holiday. Garland, that's for 2. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls. Garland's got 5 points now in the quarter. Whitmore with it. Garland picks him up. And it's Whitmore missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Garland dishes to Thompson. Here's Jerome. Outside Garland. Releases. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Garland's got 7 points.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
The Cavaliers trailing for the lead. Jerome, no good. Rockets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Tate kicks to Green. Pass to Şengün. They kick it out to Green. On the wing, Holiday. Thompson with the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Inside. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, this is where Thompson wants to do his scoring. Close in the paint.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Now, Whitmore. Scoreless thus far. The Rockets again can't hit. There's 1:54 left in the third. Garland the pass away. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guy. But Houston, they certainly have.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Wade kicks to Garland. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Jerome. Off target from three-point range.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Tate. A three-pointer is right on target. Tate's only got 5 now.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Wade sets the pick for Garland. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Houston leading by 3. Here's Whitmore. Pass to Şengün. There's 18 seconds left in the third. Here's Green. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 5.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
With 1 on the clock, the shot comes out. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Houston on top, leading by just 2. And when we return, and let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Cam Whitmore. Green is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then there's Jae'Sean Tate, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Mitchell against Holiday. And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That's his first foul. So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group.
Substitution on the court.
Brooks against Mitchell. Mobley is screen. In the corner, Okoro with it. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Smith.
And he keeps trying to get himself out of this rut, but maybe it's not meant to be. I'd focus on sharing it with his teammates at this point.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Over to the left wing. Eason with it. Bangs home the trifecta. Eason's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Mitchell kicks to Allen. Pass to Hunter. He's looking for Mobley and finds him.
When elite athlete Mobley is getting off the ground effortlessly for the throwdown.
Eason gets a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And stolen by Mobley. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way. They get it again. In the corner, Okoro with it. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
It's great whenever a big knows how to handle it. Allen sharing the wealth.
Here's Green out to Smith. And so Houston again turning it over.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Another 3 for Cleveland.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments. How about Jalen Green stepping up, showing poise in a big spot?
Hunter, the pass to Okoro. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And the defense has to know that taking away his 3 is the #1 priority. And he's hurt them all game long with that shot that makes no sense.
Allen with the screen for Hunter. Down low. Looking for Allen. He gets it there. Allen with the screen for Okoro. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Oh, they give it up and then get the lead right back. 2 triples back-to-back. And the momentum swing in this game is ridiculous.
Look, one of Green's many advantages is how quickly he gets off the floor.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Okoro's shot is off. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them are falling.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Mobley a screen on Brooks. Mitchell kicks to Hunter. Pass to Mobley. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Okoro. Misses the 3. Eason down low. Covered by Mitchell. Thompson a screen on Hunter. Thompson outside. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
To the inside. Here's Mobley. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Showing poise in the clutch. Mobley has that quiet confidence.
Pass to Thompson. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalties.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Jalen Green, 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 4. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
For 3, Mitchell. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when
attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
So the Houston starting five. They've got Thompson, Green out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Smith, and it's Eason in at the 4 spot.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Picked by Smith. Green, the pass to Smith. The 3 from Thompson. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Knocks it loose. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Reed. Six on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Unable to get that one. And Brooks has got the ball here for Houston. And coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but all the...
Oh, he backs it down!
That is incredible. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Eason, a screen on DiVincenzo. Green finds Eason. Back to Green. Up top, Smith. Reed defending. Here's Eason. Pass to Thompson for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Here's DiVincenzo. Thompson pulls it in. Houston has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Back to Green. Thompson, a screen on McDaniels. Pass to Eason. Late clock, Houston's got to hurry. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist from Eason.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play. Rolling into open position right on cue.
DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. There's the triple. Hits the 3-pointer.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Green against DiVincenzo. Now Reed. Edwards for 3. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Anthony Edwards.
Brooks with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Green, the pass to Brooks. Thompson outside. There's the drive. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. McDaniels a screen. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Kept alive. Outside, Green. Eason, a screen on DiVincenzo. To the middle. Second chance effort. Eason, good.
Smart move with the ball by Green. He didn't like what the play got him, so he gives it away.
Pass to Randall. Out to the right wing. Edwards, a pass to Reed. That 3's off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. And here's Brooks. On the wing, Thompson. They set a pick. Going inside. Throws it down. And the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. Houston shooting their first free throw in this game. And the free throw, no good.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game. Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And so he hits both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Outside, Green. Reed with the rebound. Edwards, a pass to Alexander Walker. Got it off in time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Houston. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
So the Houston 5 right now. Jalen Green is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Thompson. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Edwards slams it in.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
And Houston has possession. Brooks outside. 6 to shoot. Brooks a screen on Reed. Smith. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. Stan, you coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Brooks from outside. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Thompson. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Reed. Down low. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Green. And they're pushing it up. Brooks with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Thompson outside. Pass to Eason. Cash money on the open jump shot. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Inside. Edwards with some muscle.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels. Oh!
Wow!
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Edwards against Brooks. Strong drive by Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Green for 3. Sinks it from distance. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And Edwards slams it in.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Thompson outside. Brooks from outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Ooh, stolen by Smith. Eason with the ball. Now Alexander Walker defending. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Reed sets a screen. There's Alexander Walker. He buries it from 3. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Holiday passes to Şengün. Clark against Tate. 4-3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. 3-pointer. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
Here's Whitmore. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 6.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the quick 3. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Houston up 6. And we'll return shortly.
The Rockets, 30 seconds.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, you gotta like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
Rudy Gobert is out there with Miller. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Clark in at the 3. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Back to Whitmore. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Here's Alexander Walker. They get it back. Oh, the tower with the power move.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Here's Alexander Walker. He drops it from range. Alexander Walker's got 6.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Here's Şengün. Miller pulls it in.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Pass to Gobert. DiVincenzo against Holiday. Here's Gobert. And And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses just swept your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Holiday looking for an opening. The Rockets again can't hit. Minnesota has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's Clark. And the layup falls. Clark's got his first 2 points. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
It's Tate on the wing. There's a screen. Holiday passes to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Clark. Yep, that one goes. Now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul, and it's a completely new group for the Rockets.
Substitution on the court.
Brooks outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
And here's Minnesota now. 11 unanswered points for them. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Clark, no good. Rockets trail by 3. Green with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up. Wow, Green with the flush.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. With the teardrop. And DiVincenzo with the basket on the assist by Clark.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Green. Green takes it to the rack.
And this guy can just fly. Green lifts off and slams it down.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Clark. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Houston has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Back to Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
And this is something Brooks must continue focusing on. When he sets up guys, team chemistry improves.
Here's Gobert. Tries again. Oh, sweet move. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Brooks. Let's go with a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. Kicks it out to Clark. There's the 3. That shot off. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. It's Houston up by 1. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level What a great pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Jabari Smith. Dylan Brooks is out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Green against DiVincenzo. Now Reed. Clock at 6. A slam dunk by Reed. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Brooks a screen on DiVincenzo. And here's Green from the arc. Houston gets it back. Brooks against Edwards. To the inside. Out to Thompson. Back to Green. In close. Green puts it in.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. An easy 2 on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's Randall. Outside Reed. Randall is screen on Smith. Here's Reed. The shot no good. Eason with some nice D. The Rockets trail. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Love the control there from Thompson. I mean, showing poise on the pick and roll.
DiVincenzo against Green. DiVincenzo pass to McDaniels. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Edwards finds DiVincenzo. Misses the 3. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. He goes up. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Naz Reid. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Well, you need a bucket. Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Green for 3. The long-range shooting of Jalen Green.
And just a beautiful looking shot from long range.
Out left to the wing. Reed for 3. Thompson pulls it in. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. 6-point game. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Reed. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Reed.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Brooks, the pass to Smith. Out to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? DiVincenzo finds Reed. Tipped. And here they come. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Good on the bucket.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock, and they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul. And for the Wolves.
20 seconds left to play in the fourth. The 3 is up. And it's Green missing. And Minnesota calls time here. They trail by 6. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Timberwolves breaking dance through. Make some noise.
McDaniels against Thompson. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. Now here's Reed. Offensive board. Ooh, Thompson with the block. And so it's Houston winning this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know,
of these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Reed misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hunter, the pass to Okoro. And here's Mitchell from the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Owen. David.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. A friend of mine tonight, Jared Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Jared is an incredible rim protector, and when he's on the floor, he'll avoid driving the paint. So Jared Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thank you, David. He takes it in, and Reed throws it down.
Getting the ball to somebody ready to stroke it. Selfless play by Edwards there.
And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his third season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Now, Hunter, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got 7.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Mobley misses.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Randall kicks to Edwards. Randall, a screen on Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Back to Randall. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's the break. Hunter, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Pass to Edwards. Looking for McDaniels. He gets it there.
The length that McDaniels brings gives him an advantage against the smaller defender, sometimes drawing a foul like he did there.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together. The sky's the limit for the future.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Hunter, and he banks in the layup. Hunter's got 8.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Randall passes to Alexander Walker. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Pushing it up for 3. Mitchell. A basket good off the assist from Allen. He's got 10.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
To the paint. Here's McDaniels. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. To the right side.
Hey, yo, right here.
Mobley finds Allen. Cleveland moving the ball around. Pass to Hunter. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Randall. No scoring in this one. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Here's Allen. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay.
Here's Alexander Walker. Sinks the triple. Alexander Walker's got his second basket of the night. And Mitchell puts up a deep three. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are.
The previous play is under review.
Did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. We have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertip.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we'll be right back after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the quarrel. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. Alexander Walker on the wing. Hits it from three-point range. Alexander Walker's got 9 points.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Back to Mobley. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big and strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw a foul.
Mitchell kicks to Mobley. Mitchell against McDaniel. Hunter, no good. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Miller's checked in for Minnesota.
Timberwolves breaking dance crew. Make some noise.
Here's Alexander Walker. Covered by Mitchell. Back to Miller. Shot clock at 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Mobley wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. And it's Miller with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Okoro wide open, he fires. Cleveland gets it back. Fires the three. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Miller with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Gobert. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
From in close, it's game over when Gobert has the ball.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, he's checked in for McDaniels.
Number 22,
And Hunter, here we go. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Cleveland's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Mitchell finds Okoro. 1:24 left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. And Mitchell gets it to go.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Outside Edwards to the middle. Here's Alexander Walker. That shot off the mark. Good D by Mitchell. Cavaliers leading. This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Dean Wade comes in for Mobley. Max Strus is checked in for Hunter. And it's Ty Jerome in for Okoro. Pass to Clark. Back to DiVincenzo. And he jams it with authority.
DiVincenzo's got major bounce now. This kid is a big-time leaper. He can play at the rim and above it, too.
Thompson sets the pick for Mitchell. The Cavaliers with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
And they pick up 2. 15 seconds left now here in the second. Wade sets the pick for Mitchell. Wade outside. Here's Jerome. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers on top, leading by a point. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Clark is out there with Miller. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Reed. And it's Shannon in at the 2. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
A versatile guard, DiVincenzo is excellent at hitting his teammates in their spots.
That puts them in the lead. Clark's got his first points in this one. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Nice drive by the big man. Thompson showing some agility right there.
Here's Miller. and he uses the glass on the layup. Miller's got his second bucket of the night.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And the basket is good.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Mark against Garland. Wade outside. Struz a screen on Miller. Inside and stolen by Miller. Clark inside. Guarded by Garland. Shots good by Shannon.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Garland against DiVincenzo. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Oh, big finish from Garland. These kinds of buckets really help his confidence.
The Cavaliers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Garland with a screen on DiVincenzo. Back to Garland. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves leading by 4. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Oh, nice pass there. Garland with the great vision.
Timberwolves have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Clark's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
They set the pick. Jerome passes to Struz. Pass to Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Minnesota in the lead. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
You know, that's one of those passes where you just say, uh-oh, as soon as it leaves your hand.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert comes in for Reed. And Julius Randle subbed in for Miller. Out to Wade. Uncovered. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Garland looking it over. Wade outside. There's 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Struz, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Jared Allen's checked in for Thompson. Evan Mobley comes in for Wade. Okoro, he's checked in for Jerome. And it's Mitchell in for Garland. Mitchell dishes to Allen. Pass to Mobley. Mitchell up top, defended by Alexander Walker. And it's Mitchell missing. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Clark, and Clark slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Excellent pass from Mitchell. His teammates are so fortunate to have a guy to make them better.
Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Mitchell's got 23.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here's Hunter, defended by Alexander Walker. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Okoro setting the pick for Mitchell. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Here's Alexander Walker. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Mobley misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Edwards finds Alexander Walker. They get it back. Gobert. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Mobley. And a miss there on the triple. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Hunter, the pass to Mobley. Mitchell against McDaniel. Mitchell right side. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. On its way from Hunter for 2. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over, but that is a difficult shot to send.
McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Rebounded by Allen. Allen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Mitchell passes to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Can they get it? The rebound by Edwards. Timberwolves leading by 9. From past the arc. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. McDaniels against Mitchell. Mobley a screen on McDaniel. Mitchell wide open. It's good from long range. Mitchell's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for Cleveland.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Such a wide open look. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
1:12 left here in the fourth quarter. And another three for Minnesota.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Timberwolves.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
For three, Mitchell drains it from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got 31 points.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
There's McDaniels. That three off the mark. And the Cavaliers with possession to the paint. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Not to be denied there. Allen playing hard, little contact, not going to bother.
Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. It's in!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Mitchell. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Okoro's shot is off. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. It was up for grabs. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
If you like... Slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Clock at 4. Brooks. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority. Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Green. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Mobley on a screen. Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Fires from the wing. Here's Mobley over Eason. Second chance shot. And Mobley with the lay-in.
We know unequivocally Evan Mobley has length. He's got timing. This guy eats up rebounds.
Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris. So agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future. Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Back to Mitchell. Thompson with a steal. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Green for 3. On the wing, Green. The wide open shot is on the money. Green's got 5 points.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
Allen with a screen on Brooks. Allen outside. Oh, trying his luck from deep. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And it's in there.
And fighting his way through. Green not afraid in there with the big boys.
Allen with a screen on Brooks. And Mitchell launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Houston.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Smith, no good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
2 points. That one goes.
And Allen is a problem from right there. This guy's so good at using his body and his touch.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. And it's hammered home by Green.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
And it's Okoro penetrating, and the shot goes.
Boy, you cannot let Okoro get going towards the rim. This guy has got elite athleticism.
Outside, Green. And he drives in, and it's hammered home by Green.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Mobley, a screen on Brooks. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. Mitchell against Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Hunter for 3. Here's Allen. Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. Allen's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, this guy's such a reliable presence on the glass. Jared Allen using that length to save the play.
Thompson, a screen on Mitchell. And that one is hammered home.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. And here's Hunter from the arc. And so it's Houston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And here's Thompson for 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Mobley passes to Okoro. Mobley, a screen on Green. Now here's Mitchell. Okoro outside. Pass to Mobley. And stolen by Green. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. For 3, Smith. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Mobley outside. The 3. The offensive rebound. Back to Mitchell. The 3. 3-ball. Donovan Mitchell.
From three-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
And Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
B.A., this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can actually step out on the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender. What an incredible athlete this guy is. Okoro rises up and finishes with force.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. To the middle. Allen finds Mitchell. 5 to shoot. The 3 from Okoro. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Smith with a screen on Hunter. Pass to Eason. And the foul called on Evan Mobley.
Evan.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's Brooks. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Mobley, a screen on Brooks. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
The ease with which the game comes to Evan Mobley. My goodness, it's fun watching this guy play above the rim.
Green, the pass to Thompson. Back to Green. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Green's got 19 points.
and just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Allen against Smith. Pass to Eason. Fires for three. Back to Smith. Outside Eason. 5 on the clock. Now Green. For three. No good on the shot. Cavaliers trail by 7. Outside Mitchell. And Cleveland another three.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Houston has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And here's Green from the arc. Again, Green missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Hunter. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. And a deep three from Garland. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. The Rockets lead by 4. Pass to Şengün. And here is Green. Just 3 on the clock. And he lays it up and in.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so it's the Houston Rockets leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Jayshawn Tate out there with Jeff Green. Then it's Aaron Holiday. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Whitmore in the shooting guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Garland against Holiday. Back to Garland. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. Wade misses. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10. Lets the 3 fly. They get it again. Green, the pass to Tatum. From downtown. Thompson pulls it in. Cavaliers trail by 7. Outside Garland. Pass to Jerome. Tate against Strus. Garland with a screen on Tate. Here's Strus. Out to Garland. Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple. Garland's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
Well, nice rise and fire from range by Darius Garland. The three-point shot so highly valued.
On the wing, Green. Here's Whitmore. Back to Green. On the wing, Whitmore. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Whitmore's got 5.
That's a heads-up play right there. Reads the floor, distributes accordingly.
Out to Thompson. Pass to Wade. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Holiday is screen on Strus. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And Holiday powers it home.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Garland against Holiday. Here's Thompson. Back to Garland. Thompson, a screen on Holiday. Garland for three. And Cleveland another three.
Well, the point guard IQ of Darius Garland. In pick and roll, you've got to be able to make great decisions, and he does.
Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a three-level scorer. Knocks down the three with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity.
Drills it from deep. He's got 5.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Holiday against Garland. Down low. Here's Wade. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Darius Garland playing the role of ball distributor to perfection. Pretty pass.
The drive by Holiday. Here's the three. And the three-pointer goes. Holiday's got 8 points in the quarter.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Takes it inside. And the shot is good by Garland.
Darius Garland clearly in a groove, and his teammates just rely on him to get great production.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Holiday. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And Houston will go for a different look here. Smith, he's checked in for Şengün. Eason comes in for Green. Thompson, he's checked in for Tate. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Whitmore.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Here's Brooks. Great D that time from Allen.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. Hunter against Thompson. Allen with a screen on Thompson. Here's Hunter. Rebounded by Green.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Pass to Smith. Here's Eason. And here is Green. Guarded by Okoro. Green, the pass to Eason. No good with the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 8. For 3, Allen. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
Well, Donovan Mitchell putting that elite athleticism to work. How about his ability to be a factor on the glass?
Green, the pass to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Green. And the Rockets lead by 9.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to lead.
Oh, big finish! Oh, did you see that? And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
On the wing, Mitchell. Brooks defending. To the paint. Here's Mobley. Pass to Allen. Hey, puts up a 3. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Team foul.
Mitchell against Brooks. Outside Mitchell. Just 3 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Mitchell at close range. Effortless.
Donovan Mitchell cooking right now. Things look easy on the offensive end.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
And it's Green missing. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 7. They grab their own miss. From behind the arc. Offensive rebound. The kick to Hunter.
2 minutes remaining.
Okoro passes to Mitchell.
2 minutes.
And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. The Rockets lead by 7. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Thompson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brooks.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Hunter, a screen on Eason. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Green. Green going at the D. And it's hammered home by Green.
Talk about using that speed. Green to the rim with ease.
Mobley down low. Defended by Eason. Mobley, no good. Houston has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. It's stolen away. Fast break, Cleveland. Back to Okoro. Allen, left side. Okoro outside. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside, Green. 32 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The 3, Smith. The rebound by Allen.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Green for 3. Mobley grabs the board. So it's Houston winning this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat.
happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the guard position. And stolen by Eason. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Reid against Smith. Randle passes to Alexander Walker. A three ball. They get the rebound. Out to the wing. Thompson against McDaniel. And that one, good.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
Greg, this is some kind of number. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Timberwolves on offense. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Now here's Edwards. Outside for Randle. Takes a three. Rebound by Smith.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here's Brooks from outside. Drains the three-pointer.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the inside, McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Green against Randle. Green kicks to Smith. The shot will not fall. Randle with some nice D. That's tipped. It's stolen by Eason. Deflects the pass. Brooks feeling it out a bit. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Edwards against Brooks. Out to Thompson. Green with a screen for Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Eason. Another shot. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Edwards finds Alexander Walker. That gives them the lead. Alexander Walker's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Stolen by McDaniels. And here comes the break. Pass to Edwards. 1:33 left in the first quarter of the game. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Smith on the wing. Guarded by Reid. And the dunk by Eason.
And Smith already understands you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches.
Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Pass to Brooks. Eason gets a wide open look. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. He's got 9.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brooks, the pass to Eason. Brooks with a screen on Randle. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Green. Still yet to score. Clock at 6. Off target at the rim.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Tari Eason getting it done for Houston. That quarter had to take a lot up. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Brooks is out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Smith. Then it's Thompson. And it's Eason in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's DiVincenzo. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. From the stripe. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
A deep 3 from Green. Reed with the rebound.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
So, RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the
First team foul.
That's good from Green. Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wembys. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens, because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Eason. Here's Thompson. He's covered by Clark. Eason with a screen for Thompson. And it's good, 2 points. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Gobert's checked in.
Number 27.
Pass to Eason.
Gobert.
Now Smith, defended by Gobert. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending it.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. Clark right side. Back to Gobert. Goes back up. Rebound by Smith. Tipped away. And stolen by DiVincenzo.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. DiVincenzo's got his first basket of the night. Rockets leading by 6. Outside, Green. Thompson in the corner. And the layup is good. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
They get it back. Gobert slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Jabari Smith picks one up.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe, a new lineup here for Houston. And a change for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Holiday, the pass to Şengün. Kept alive by Houston. Poked away. Clark kicks to Miller. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Gobert down low. Şengün's there. And finished off by Gobert.
And the slam. If Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
Back to Holiday. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Works that one inside nicely.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Clark finds DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker with the ball. Shot clock at 6. The 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Holiday. Some solid defense from Clark. It's a tie game here in Houston. And we'll be back with you right after this.
The Timberwolves, 29. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done is Tari Eason.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Miller, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Conley, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Outside Conley. The Rockets pull it in. It's tipped. Stolen by Michael Conley. And it's blocked by Şengün. Tate against Clark.
Minnesota foul.
Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
And it's the Rockets with the ball.
Not Reed.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Puts up a 3. 6 on the shot clock. Şengün passes to Holiday. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good out pass.
Daniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Trailing by 2. Green finds Brooks. Out to Smith for the lead. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists in the game.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Now here's Reed. He has yet to score. Back to Alexander Walker. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Green drives in.
You don't want to jump with Jalen Green. That's rule number 1. And rule number 2, you don't want to jump with Jalen Green.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's against Green. Shot's good by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got 11 points. Brooks against McDaniel. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
To the middle. And finished off by McDaniel.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Randall's checked in for Miller. Edwards comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Here's Eason. Back to Brooks. In the corner, it's Eason. Stolen by McDaniels. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Rockets trail. Brooks with it. Picked up by Edwards. And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Edwards going inside.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. McDaniels against Eason. Another miss by Houston. Randall surveying the D. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. No good with the triple. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Knocked loose from deep. Brooks, and that one released in time, but no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves lead by 3. It's the... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Jabari Smith. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Brooks. And it's Green in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Edwards. Brooks grabs the board. Rockets trail by 3. Jacks up a 3. And there's Green on the assist by Thompson. Green's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets. Pass to Reed. On the wing, DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing. Strong move inside by Edwards.
And unbothered by the contact inside, Edwards plays the game with so much physicality.
Green kicks to Thompson. Right wing. Here's Eason. A bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Julius Randle picks one up.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. The Timberwolves shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Drills the three-pointer. And the Rockets lead by 2.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randle with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
Let me tell you this. If you've got a vertical leap of 40 inches like Green, you're just going to be able to glide to the rim like that.
Handle a screen on Brooks. For 3, Edwards. McDaniels passes to Edwards. McDaniels kicks to Randle. 6 to shoot. Back to McDaniel. Fires the 3. Another miss by Minnesota. Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter.
Rocketing off the deck. And showing that youthful exuberance.
Here's Alexander Walker. A three-pointer is right on target.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside, Green. Thompson dishes to Brooks. To the left wing. Randle against Eason. Houston needs to get a shot. The drive by Thompson. Again, the Rockets score.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Reed with the screen on Green. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Houston.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
Brooks, left side. Eason with a screen for Thompson. Back to Brooks. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And this is why Brooks is out there. Amazing watching him come up in the clutch for his squad.
Back to Alexander Walker. Good! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That's foul number 2 for him. 55 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's Brooks on the wing. Edwards defending. And here's Green outside. And rebounded by McDaniels. Now Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards finds Reed. It's good.
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Now here's Green. Right between the eyes. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment.